Welcome. Yo! Hello, Central Podcast is back again.
Shut up!
How my guys doing this week? Y'all good?
We good.
We're alive, bro.
No complaints.
Just in case y'all haven't listened in, we just added another co-host to the podcast. My guy Jew, man. Say what's up to the people.
Why do y'all keep it?
I just want people to know who you are.
You
exactly.
still getting your percentage up, bro.
100%.
What is this? 5?
Something like that. Yeah.
Hey man, no.
I'm like 5 out of 7.
Okay.
Come on, man.
5 out of 7. Still
that's
partly
still
failing.
barely passing, bro.
Partly
You gotta
failing.
raise the level
Barely
of intensity. That's all I'm saying.
All right, but on top of that, man, I'm glad the guests we got today, man. I'm happy that they're here. These are close personal friends of mine. We grew up together. I've been knowing them. I think I met y'all in high school playing against y'all in sports.
We seen them on the 29,
I was busting y'all ass in high school, hooping, busting their ass.
We was on the bus together.
I was busting their ass in high school, but we also ended up being teammates at in junior college as well. We became good friends there. Proud of y'all, everything y'all done, man, y'all success. Black Kings, of course, we got to give our brothers their respect when they here. Mm-hmm. Educated, both got degrees. Both as stand-up gentlemen from my perspective and what I've known from meeting them and knowing them for the time that I've known them, man. I appreciate y'all time, man. But without further ado, today we got the Freeman twins, Ronney and Rodney Freeman. Make some noise for them, man. Like I said, man, these are good personal friends of mine. For the people that's watching and people that's looking in and listening, please give the people just a little bit about who y'all are. How y'all, pretty much who y'all are, what y'all name, and what y'all do for a living.
Well, my name is Rodney. Grew up here in San Francisco.
That's the older one, by the way. So, because they look just alike. They look just alike.
I would say, I am the first oldest, even though he tried to say different.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, man, I'm from San Francisco. I spent some time in the East Coast for my education. Came back here.
Where at?
Now I work right here in Bayview in law enforcement as a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, man, I'm happy to be here.
Okay, appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, that was one hell of an introduction.
I appreciate it. I got to give y'all respect, man. You feel me? It's all love from me to you.
So my name is Ronnie. I grew up in San Francisco, born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my day. Like my brother said, I went to school in the East Coast, went to school in North Carolina for a year, Livingstone College, and then we transferred and finished off at Virginia State with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice.
Mm-hmm. Talk your shit.
Came back here and landed a career in law enforcement as a police officer in the city and county of San Francisco.
Yeah. Okay. So, I know y'all. I know. Mm-hmm. I've been knowing y'all. Like I said, I've been knowing y'all for a long time. For the listeners, just talk a little bit about your upbringing and what it was and where you guys are from exactly. Because a lot of people don't know. This brick home's finest. So a lot of people don't know. Let them know, like, just a little bit about your upbringing, man, and how it was.
Yeah, man. Well, speaking for both, honestly, man.
No. We're not going to do that. Because since y'all twins, y'all got two different perspectives. I don't want you to be like, well, I grew up, and then he be like, well, the same shit that happened to him happened to me. Nah. His first time wasn't your first time. Absolutely. You feel me? So I need different perspectives.
How you know what they did?
Exactly. Thank you.
This nigga nasty. Go ahead.
I grew up there. I grew up in the brick homes, aka Tower Side, near Tower Side in Sunnydale, pretty much in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
The main street go across to Sunnydale. Yeah, man. I mean,
Ray Street.
Right near Ray Street, but I grew up on Argonaut, so it's right there off of Garrison,
Mm-hmm.
So 20 Argonaut to be exact. I always go by there when I'm, when I'm working or on my off days. Go by there like, man, look where I come from, man. I came from a mighty long way. That's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just where I grew up. Obviously, we've seen a lot of violence and heard of a lot of violence as well, and partook in some violence of some sort, but some mischievous and juvenile things. But, now that I'm older, I learn from my childish ways.
Yeah. But, Christian man right here.
Well, we grew up with our grandparents, grandmother and grandfather. We had a both. Because you see when kids growing up with the Jordans and all the good stuff, but never had that ever. I just always kind of felt bad, like, man, when can I get that? I mean, I think I share the story with a lot of people as well. But I always wanted to work hard, and I love football and basketball. So I played for the 49ers right there at Cracker, Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Played with a lot of people from Sunnydale, Tower Side, and we always had to beat the Brown Bombers, aka Hunters Point. And we always had to beat the Field Cats and the Seahawks. But that's another conversation. But through that journey of playing football, I developed some relationships, right, with cool people till this day, and the people that we see on the outs till this day. It just gave me some type of notoriety of, man, this person is from on the other side of town, which is Fillmore, Hunters Point, or Sunnydale rather. But I think that kind of gave us a leeway, just like, to understand people better, develop those close friendships. So that's what I take pride in, and obviously doing this profession that I'm doing. It feels good to give it back and also see the people I grew up with in a way, to see how they do it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just to piggyback on what he said, grew up on Argonaut, right there in between Sunnydale, Geneva Towers. Grew up with our grandparents. It was 11 of us in one household at one time. We had my cousins in there, and then she had kids, so it was like 9 kids and grandma and grandfather. And from that point, my grandfather passed when I was a senior in high school, so that took a toll on us. But, he always instilled in us like hard work, and dedication pretty much. And obviously don't be hanging out on the block. He always preached that.
100%,
so,
yeah.
We grew up in the church, so, we had the fear of God in us early. With that, sports was always an outlet for my brother and I and some of my other siblings. And from that point, we was fortunate enough to get a scholarship later on to play in the East Coast pretty much. Finally came back to the Bay Area, Oakland, and we lived out there for a few years, started to work, and pretty much tried to make it out the mud, pretty much just like everybody else. I heard you guys' story for sure. Yeah. So it's pretty much no difference what you make out of it. Is either you're gonna give in or you're gonna either work hard and get out of it. So, and then landed a job, and here I am today. Yeah. He was talking about hand-me-downs and all that stuff was just facts, but I'm blessed now, so I got some nice kicks.
Yeah. Like something I always used to say all the time, man. No excuses, just results.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Literally, you ain't got to know. Whatever you go through, whatever you deal with, man, just bounce back and, handle it like a champ. Y'all, like I said, man, I'm proud of y'all. Y'all grew up similar to all of us. Like, it's the same thing. Something SmooV said on a previous episode was, you grow up in the jungle, you don't necessarily think you in the jungle. So, exactly. Sure. But y'all made it out. But I like y'all transition. What exactly made y'all want to be cops? Why cops? Why that?
So for me, it was
police officer. Sorry.
So for me, initially, after I graduated college, majored in criminal justice, it was never wanted to be the cops, never wanted to be the boys. That was never me, because I already had a perspective on cops or whatnot, getting pulled over by the cops younger, in the Thunderbird, as you said. Always
Blue beater.
Always getting pulled over. It was always getting pulled over. Either the car matched the description or we matched the description.
I was in there with y'all one time when we did.
So it was just like, this is out of hand. This is crazy. Like, I can't be the boys. So with that, I was like, I'd rather be like in probation, or I'd rather be like a Secret Service agent, a federal agent, but I can't be the boys. I can't be on the street trying to arrest, people I probably grew up with. Yeah. Or it's just too close to home, as though I felt, know. But then a mentor of mine, he told me, like, you get more, you can have more of an impact if you work hand in hand with the community in which you serve. 100%. And federal officers don't do that, you know. And he was pretty much saying it in a way like, hey, you're a black man, and if you become a black police officer, imagine how you feel if you get pulled over by the same person who looks like you. You know? And it just brought a little different perspective in my eyesight. Like, okay, yeah, you make some sense here. I can make a change. And it's not all about an arrest for me. It's all about, like, education along the way. Because some people are misguided. They look at the news and think this is how you're supposed to act. And in all actuality, it's not how you're supposed to act. Yeah. That's for later on. I'm sure you guys got questions for that. But yeah, so pretty much that's pretty much why I chose to be in law enforcement, obviously, to give back, to have more of an impact with the community in which I serve, and yeah, but I think he was always wanted to be the boys, ever since college. I was like, nah, I was always thinking of the way out. But, yeah. That's pretty much
What was the reason for you?
Never wanted to be the boys, honestly. We call them the boys, a.k.a. the police officers, but nah, I never wanted to be
Elroy's.
Man, I think I wanted to go FBI, I wanted to do something with probably kids, stuff like that. Never thought I would be like yeah, I'm gonna be pulling over people or just, enforcing the law and this type of thing. But I would say opportunity presented itself, and you gotta seize the opportunity when it comes. But I was in school. I was in Virginia State, and a teacher, professor, he was a retired chief of police in Richmond, Virginia. He was like, man, you don't want to be a police officer? I was like, hell no.
Nah.
Straight up, hell no. He was like, really? Because I was about to leave class and everybody out. But nah, he was a black dude, he was cool. So I'm like, why be a policeman? I'm good. He was like, man, pretty much what he alluded to. He just pretty much like, why not? Pretty much just like, if somebody's having a bad day and it's another person, another officer, doesn't matter what race, but let's just say he's another race, a white dude, whatever. He pull over this person that's having a bad day. You think he'll know how to, respond to that situation or react?
Absolutely not.
Some people do, yeah.
Yeah, some.
Not all, but some for sure. So, but he was like, how would you feel to be in that position, though? Do you think you were able to handle that situation accordingly? With your sense of background and the community growing up in, would you think you would understand that? And I'm like, yeah. Still don't want to be the boss. But as time grew on, man, as time went on, man, I was like, why not? Like, let me give it a shot, man. I know I'm saying no, but like, why not? So I went for it, and I think it's been a success. I made a lot of interactions, man. I made a lot of interactions, changed people's perspectives. By just me being there, being present, and just doing it the right way.
Definitely.
Like he said, it's not always about the arrest, but sometimes you just got to get arrested. That's just the reality of the job. You just got to get arrested. People, want to have their 2 cents to put in, but the reality is what's wrong is wrong, right is right, handle it in court. That's how I see it, And you'll get your day, but at the same time, I think I still have those positive interactions with folks and to make them like, hey, man, I appreciate you for talking to me, man. You really calmed me down. That's what really touched my heart, was seeing it could be drama between, a father and a mother, a baby mama, baby mother, baby daddy, whatever the case may be. And I go in there, I know them, it gives a sense of, a pride in me stepping in there and just like, try to mitigate it without going to an arrest.
Yeah.
So I take pride in that.
That's just a test of your maturation process. Right. That's literally what that is.
So what's been, since you guys entered the profession, what's been the perception of your family and your community?
Perception with the family and community. I say family, they was somewhat supportive, but I say it took time for me to get used to it, because family know we're going into law enforcement. They always say, hey, what's up, Officer Freeman or Officer Brest?
And this is family. They call us officers.
Like, y'all wasn't calling me student Freeman when I was a student.
Right.
Like,
Detective Rod.
They call people by their profession. If somebody's a waiter, then, hey, waiter, such and such. You're not doing that. So why the hell you telling me Officer Freeman as family?
Yeah.
Right.
Come on. So I didn't like that, but at the same time, some of them was supportive. I think most family was supportive. So the community, I see some eyes. Some of them like it though. They see me, hey, what's up? We have some talks. I really can't say I get a negative reaction from the community though. I really can't say that. They might be having a bad day. I wouldn't consider that a negative reaction towards me. But I think it overwhelmingly is supportive.
Yeah.
They want me in the community. They want us in the community. They want people in the community. So,
yeah.
Especially that looks like them. So,
exactly.
they ain't gonna try to scare me off. I'm still staying there because I love what I do.
Yeah.
To serve them pretty much.
Sure. I think it was just pretty much the perception was pretty much, it was a good look within the community, because they say, oh, it's a black dude that's actually doing something positive. It's not the guy that's hanging out on the street corner. It's actually because the streets do a bad job of being a role model.
Absolutely.
Let's just keep it real. It's a terrible job of being a role model. So when you see somebody like myself or my brother, that's within the community that shows this type of path that we're on, and they see that day in and day out, and that's the positive image that a young guy, young girl can see, then that's everything, because image is pretty much everything, because perception is reality at the end of the day.
For sure.
So I think overwhelmingly we get that support. But then, you get your naysayers too. But that's not going to even stop me from doing what I like to do, As far as with the family, like you said, they were supportive, throughout the whole process. They was actually happy for us, that we actually could go into law enforcement and, do what we wanted to do at the end of the day. So, yeah. So overall, it was overwhelmingly some good support.
So with the current climate in America right now, what are some of the moral burdens you guys wake up with as black men who are cops? Do you guys feel any like empathy? Do you with the George Floyd case, how do you guys respond to those things? Without getting too personal.
No, that's all good. That's a hell of a question. I like it.
I know what side they on. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to hear your perspective.
So with today's current climate, right, with the protests, with the George Floyd, and I understand it completely. Right, I got family still in the community. I could relate to that as well because I am black and I am in America. So it doesn't go without saying, like, I understand it. You know, I get the rioting and stuff like that because what Martin Luther King said was that pretty much rioting is the voice of the unheard.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly.
Because way too often you see young black men in certain situations and police officers don't act accordingly in certain situations. So obviously everybody's in uproar. And for me, I feel as though when I'm on, like if I'm working a protest or whatnot, and you see like some of these white folks, I'll say white liberals because that's pretty much what they are.
Right.
And they're saying that I'm racist or I'm a race traitor and that you're not black enough. It's just like, yo, that's counterproductive to what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
You know? And it's disingenuous to the black man right next to you and whatnot. So you get that as well, and you realize that, yo, they're not really like the white liberals. They're not really like understanding what's really going on. You're gonna say I'm a traitor, but yet I'm in the communities in which you're scared to go to.
Right, I'm on the front line.
Yeah, I'm on the front line. So what is not being black enough? What are you telling me? And I see other black officers get yelled at as well because they're a black, and they say, hey, take off your uniform. You know, they trying to make me ashamed of my profession in a way, which is uncalled for, is unnecessary. If you really want change, it has to be a civil discourse. You know, there got to be some dialogue. And with them, they're not trying to be receptive to that. Like, and I'm not gonna say all of them, but but then you do see them, and it gets your attention. You know, and then for me, I think that's counterproductive to like a healthy relationship. But I understand like the people's frustration with law enforcement because 60, 70 years ago, 50 years ago, whatnot, the system as a whole was always not in good intentions with the inner city community as far as black folks. But the reason why I joined was pretty much change from within, you know?
Right.
You know, change from within. And
Be the change you want
to
to
see. Be the change. And for me personally, the officers that I've worked along with, they've been super genuine, super cool. I haven't experienced no type of racism within my department. This is me personally. Like, I can't speak for everybody else. But I can say a vast majority of the people that I work with and I work alongside, like, they're genuine, not even close to being racist whatsoever. But that's the picture, and that's what's painted for the media. But yeah, so I didn't want to carry on too much.
No, that's all right. That's passion.
Yeah,
That's passion. That's passion.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Now, regarding the George Floyd, I don't think no officer in the nation, I would say, agreed with that.
Exactly.
What he did. I mean, we all feel it as a department, right? But in other departments throughout this nation, but we all looked at that video and was like, damn, here we go again. Everybody, it could be white, Asian, Hispanic, black. We all because we all wear blue and we all get painted with a broad brush. So we all looked at that. I'm sure Minneapolis looked at it like, damn, like, why? Like, what the,
hell was he thinking? Like, yo, any rational, reasonable person would be like, yo, this dude is ridiculous. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're crazy right now, you know? So yeah, we definitely, we don't agree with that because now, we realize that every action of a police officer in an instant, right? Every action of any police officer in this nation in an instant can impact the individual for life or a community for generations. So we know that, right? So like he alluded to, like police officers before us, they said it. They already set that example of being crooked, stealing from people, robbing people, even killing people without justice. So in the black community, the Rodney King, for example, we all know what happened with that. If that would happen today in 2020, yeah, all those officers would have been locked up for sure. It would have been just like the George Floyd incident. But it wasn't. So that's why we angry as the people. We angry. Like, man, come on, the justice system.
Yeah.
Like, y'all here to work for us. And a man getting beat and, getting beat by 5 different dudes or 6 different, So that's just uncalled for, really. So, I mean, change is coming. Good change is necessary. I look at the criminal justice as it's not perfect, for sure. It's definitely not. There's a lot of political stuff in the criminal justice field that the normal, Joe Blow won't even see. They just see us. They see a person getting arrested, but it's another step to that. It's the course of the judicial system, right? And it's it's just that type of political realm that officers aren't in. Y'all see us on the front line, but it don't stop there.
Yeah,
It goes another step, and it's much greater, more for that next step. But seeing that, I think we all just disagree with the whole totality of the circumstance with the George Floyd incident. We don't get down with that. I wish I was walking by there. I would have did something, obviously, But it's kind of hard because you're like, man, you got an officer, with a knee in somebody's neck, and as a civilian, you're like, damn, do I want to interfere in the police? Because I could get arrested for interference. So
or worse.
Yeah, or worse. I might just get beaten. More backup might be coming, But you up here really trying to help. So I could see the people that was filming, they wanted to help, but it was that dilemma of keeping them back. And I could get that, but at the same time, it was for that officer to turn around and look at the situation as well.
So has there been any experiences where you guys are second guessing your choice to be a police officer? Like maybe you pull some guy over and it was just too much and you're just like, man, you get back in the car and you're like, I don't know if this is for me. Has there been any of those experiences for you guys?
I could say as a whole, like the department in general has probably taken a step back as far as like, pretty much know what you're fighting and why you fight. Because with the current climate,
choosing your battles.
Yeah, choosing your battles at the end of the day. It's like knowing the climate that we're in right now. You should expect that. Obviously, police officers are going to do their job, but are they going to be forthcoming and doing much more? Mm-hmm. I doubt that because of the current climate. They don't want to be seen as racist or, overzealous. They don't want to be seen as that. They want to be seen as, because at the end of the day, they're going to be paying, if something goes south, not because they want it to, because if something goes south and they have to react, they're going to be caught in a certain situation in which they really don't want to be caught in. So therefore, there's going to be a pushback on officers to probably not do as much, or not be as proactive as they should. Even though initially that's what every officer's instinct is, to be more proactive and to do more work. Right. But with today's climate, it's kind of hard to ask an officer to do much more when they could be seen as painted as something a lot different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's too many. It's
too many, right? Yeah. So therefore, you just, hey, whatever's going on, hey, all right, cool, we're gonna wait a little bit and then go for it from there. But it's just different. It's real tricky with with today's current climate and what the public want police officers to do, but then the actual officer is like, okay, if I do
reality of the job,
then I could be up on Channel 5 because I may have done some force that, may be deemed or looked at as different, but he has well within his right to do so. But it's just a trick. It's a political climate.
With that aspect, to answer your question, I question myself. I'm like, damn, what the hell did I get myself into? You got firefighters up here sleeping and chilling.
Right.
What did I?
Shout out to the firefighters, though.
Yeah, shout out to the firefighters.
They make police officers so firefighters can have heroes. But it's just a side joke. But I really do question that. Like, man,
Is it often, or is it just certain situations?
Certain situations. It's like, man, because sometimes it can get overwhelming, long hours, man. Like the night of the protest, which was a Saturday during the whole thing, George Floyd. It was many out here, and I was on the front lines. Front lines, getting man. People up here coming straight to my face. They have their, they want their voices to be heard. And the best way to have their voices heard is from the people that work the front lines. I don't know why not the judges protest them, or the DAs, or protest the higher up. You protest the people, But anyway, that's another thing. But we up here hearing them, and people calling us all types of names, all the racial slurs, etc. I'm like, man, y'all want justice right now? What about me though? What about because we are humans, but we do wear a uniform, and that could, that could be like, oh man, he wears a uniform. Okay, he ain't with us. It was this girl. She was up here telling me, calling me by my name. Freeman, take off the uniform. Join us. We want you to join us. Leave the department. Join us. Like real life crying. Yeah. She dead facing my, we right here like this. She's like, please join us right now. Leave. And I'm looking down the line because we in the scrimmage line. I'm looking down like, damn, I'm the only brother right here. She ain't talking to nobody else.
For real.
So she up there just going in. And it made matters worse. It was another OG black dude. He coming through. It was like, hey man, ain't this a bitch? right here. I'm like, bro. So the great sergeants, man, you know what your supervisors do? Hey, Freeman, get back, get off the line. Take your breath. So they take me off, go back in. They go at it again. You know, I got some great supervisors, man. They get off the line. They see it, man. They know all the attention is geared towards me.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, it's so out of pocket, right? But I'm like, man, this is what I signed up for. This is like, man, bottles getting thrown at. And she's like, you know, don't shoot us, don't do this. I'm like, but your man's up here throwing Molotov cocktails at us right now. I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know, they throwing bricks. It doesn't even matter. But they up here doing all this, and she turned around and telling them to stop it. I'm like, they ain't listening to you because it's the mob right now.
Yeah.
They ain't listening to her voice. They don't care. They got an agenda to do. So with that, I think I questioned it, but at the same time, she was trying to tell me to quit. I'm like, man, where else I'm gonna go? She was like, you get paid more on unemployment. Not if I quit.
No, it's because of the struggle. It's somebody that looks exactly like you. That's who you want to try to protect. Portray your voice too, because somebody that don't look like us, that's white, grew up differently. We grew up they grew up totally different than us. So why would you go ask a white person or somebody Asian, somebody Latin, or any other descent like to how you feel, because it's not gonna feel the same way. You go receive it like he said. You go receive it differently because you look just like me. But before we move forward, I want to give a shout out to Trademark Copyright for allowing us to use space. Also, shout out to we got one sponsor right now. We getting more that's gonna come in soon. Just Cracking Seafood to Go, located in Pittsburgh, California, 1291 East Leland Road, Suite 4. Chef special every Tuesday. One of my favorite dishes to get is the garlic noodles and the shrimp, or the chicken, either one that you want to do. So back on topic, we here, like I said, I already introduced them. We here with the bad boys. What you gonna do? I must find the next no name.
Mike Lowry.
You feel me? But so we always talking about, just kind of piggyback on you was talking about like the stuff you go through. So what's like a everyday, like you come into it? What's the everyday type of deal that's like just for y'all, like every day? What is it like as cops, like just a normal day? Because like I was saying off camera, I thought about being a cop when I was younger, but after growing up and seeing movies, seeing like shit that's going on, like I want to be how the nigga was in Training Day. I want to be, bruh, I'm gonna do some wild shit, extorting niggas. I'm gonna fuck the badge up. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm gonna fuck the badge all the way up. So for y'all, like, what's a normal day for y'all to just?
We don't want you to mess the badge up.
See, that's why it ain't for me. That's why it ain't for me. So I ain't even gonna pursue it.
For me, like, so 90% of police work is pretty much, it's not what you see on cops. Like, oh, you doing foot pursuits, vehicle pursuits, or you got something like proning people out at gunpoint and all that stuff. That's like 10% of the job right there. 90% of the work is pretty much responding for calls for service and writing reports pretty much at the end of the day, and trying to alleviate some type of pain here or there, whatever it may be, you know, because at the end of the day, we got to be a listening ear, and we got to respond to these calls for service, you know, try to somewhat mitigate the chances of like potential crime, you know, be a deterrent. But it's not with the cops, oh, you just chasing every day, or you got something going on. If that was the case, man, I guess I'll be in more shape than I am, man, right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, like with the job, like if you know you're gonna get some crazy stuff, like you know something could go down, and then you gotta be ready for it. But that's like 90% of the work is not what you see like on TV, or you chasing, or you doing vehicle pursuits.
Of course not.
It's not that. No, not at all.
Yeah.
You will want to, but nah. After a while, you be like, man, this is too much, man. This is too much. I need a break, you know, because it could get to you. Like police work ain't like, oh, once it goes, it goes. It's people just gonna call. You gotta be mindful. People ain't calling 911 because they're having a good day. They ain't calling 911 because they're having a bad day at the end of the day. And then it's for you to show up and respond accordingly, you know, and then hopefully try to help him or her the best way you know how. Because we're good at separating people and putting them back in their corners. Yeah. But like, if as far as chasing somebody, I'm looking forward to that too. When that moment, because you never know what could happen. Like, you could be driving down the street, you could run a car, and you see it comes back stolen. You attempt to pull it over, it takes off from you. Then the guy stops and starts running. Then now you're in a foot pursuit, just like that. Yeah. You didn't even know. You was just like, yo, what's going on? So you just never know what you're gonna get in law enforcement in general. You never know what you're gonna get. So It has its ups and its downs for sure, but it is late nights, early mornings type of thing. But at the end of the day, San Francisco pays, so it keeps you going.
Of course.
Keeps you going.
A normal day, man, you wake up, stretch it out, probably hit the gym, go into work. You know, people like to get their coffee. You go to line up, right?
Y'all eat a lot of donuts or what?
More coffee, man. More coffee.
Hey, donuts is good. Glazed twist or the old fashioned.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Jay George, you love.
Hey, bro,
That's
hello.
what I be going to. Jay George's right there.
For real.
Nigga said
Shout out Jay
that, don't
George's.
You know, so I mean, yeah, you just wake up, you do your lineup. Your supervisors tell you, you know, what happened in the district that day or what happened last night. You know, if you're coming in on your Monday, they kind of give you a brushing up of what happened, who to look out for, who's wanted. You know, be careful for this and this, right? So they give you all a rundown. Then you just go out and you just pray. I think every officer pray. I believe, man, pray for a good day. Not a lot of paperwork. Hopefully, people pay attention to orders. You know, and just don't get no clusters. What we call clusters is like, we call clusters because we got to write a report. And there's a report, if there's a whole bunch of moving parts, that means a lot of people are lying and not telling the truth. You got to figure out through the BS, you got to figure out like what's the truth and what's not. Because you don't want to put something inaccurate on your report, you know? So we just hope for the best throughout the day, but also you just ready for the worst, really. You just always be prepared, always be alert. You always got to know where you are at all times, just stuff like that. So a normal day, just being vigilant, you know, be proactive when you want to, say hi, kiss, hold hands, shake baby, you know, kiss babies, you know, take pictures.
On your political shit, yeah.
Police officers.
Being an ambassador.
Yeah, you definitely political. You out there, you know. You outside, man. Every second is a commercial of our profession, no matter what it is. It's somebody about to shoot something, you know. It could be 20 seconds bad video, but you don't know what led up to the, you know, the down, you know,
exactly.
or the arrest. You don't. Nobody never even asked for. Oh, what did the dispatch say to the officer? Why the hell they reacting like that? Oh, this person got a gun on them. Right?
Yeah.
And if you going into a gun call, everybody like, nah, I ain't going to that. But I mean, it's your job. You got to go up, you know, because this person might hurt somebody else. You know, he could hurt us or whatever the case
Probably
may
just
be.
got finished hurting somebody.
Right? So you go up there and like, what do you do? Anybody like, all right, what do? You can leave them alone, but I mean, you got a job to do because somebody called.
Right.
You gonna just say, yeah, forget you, we'll on to the next one. No, they pay you to do it. So if you call and say such and such got a gun over there or he pointed at somebody, thank you for your call, but I'm not gonna do that. No.
Right.
The citizens pay us to do a job. So that's our reaction. So we gotta go there and handle the call. You know? And nobody might not know the call, but let's say this person ended up getting really hurt or possibly even dying. Do they know what the call was? No. You just know an officer shot this person. That's all you know. And that's all you will ever know because nobody want to dig deeper. What happened? Why was this officer fighting? Was he trying to de-escalate the situation? Or did he just go in there and just shoot him?
Yeah.
You know? So there's always more moving parts to it and just throughout the daily job. You always got to make split-second decisions like that.
100%.
How would you be viewed? You know, are you doing everything right? You know? Where are you at this time? Where's backup? You got all this stuff running through your mind as an officer.
Location.
You got all this stuff. Put it out with dispatch. Listen to the radio. Man. Listen to the AM, FM radio. Listen to the outside noise. You got all this stuff at one time. Like,
At one time.
Like this. You got to be able to, you know, tunnel through that. When I first joined, man, this stuff was a lot, especially doing training. I'm like, bro, this is OD. This is really OD, bro. How the hell I'm supposed to tell the dispatch where I'm at, listen to the radio, because what if somebody else, what if you, let's say you in the fight, and you down there across town. I'm supposed to know that. I'm supposed to get there, you know? There's all this moving parts that you got to know as a police officer. In a split second, you got to make a decision.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And you think quarterbacks want to throw interceptions?
Right.
Then you got the stuff y'all got to learn. Charlie 51, 1 Adam 12, 10-4. So
Yeah,
now, but what I want to know though, because y'all was just talking about that. So seeing as though y'all come from a community similar to ours, is it odd or is it strange when y'all like pulling somebody over that y'all know, or y'all get calls about people that done something that's like illegal or might have shot somebody or just anything like, and y'all know who they are, then you got to come to it. Is it like a weird? Is it
a few
odd?
times where like people done something crazy and we knew him and we had to identify him probably in court. We had to identify him like, yep, I know him. And they're gonna ask you how you know. Oh, from way back wherever. Like, oh, I know this to be him and this, that, and the third. And they may question you, understand. You know, how do you know this person? or whatnot. But at the end of the day, the people that I know, I just say, hey, don't put yourself in positions where people have to call 911 on you. You know, don't force me to do my job.
Don't force your hand,
you know, because I can see these people every day, don't do nothing. But as soon as their call go up, I'm gonna have to respond to that call accordingly, right? It doesn't matter if I'm your best friend, even though I will hate for that to happen, but I'm gonna have to handle it at the end of the day because you can't show favoritism when you're on the street. You gotta go straight by the book. Now there's discretion obviously involved, but with that being said, you don't want to just be like, oh, the person called or whatever. I know him, he's just a homie from around the way, so forget what the person called for. Like, no, you can't do that. But yeah, I've been in certain situations where, you know, where I've come to a scene where I know somebody, this and the third, but it fortunately enough for me, it hasn't been nothing too crazy where I'd be like, man, this sucks for him. Like, he's got to go down for such and such, you know. But no one ever wants that. I never want to be on a scene where I don't never want that. Just don't be in a position, or don't try to put yourself in a position where somebody's going to have to call the police on you. Because it's easy, just don't, it's easy to get away from us. You know?
If one of y'all pull me over, I'm running your ass. I'm just going to keep it all the way real.
Yeah, but
I'm running you, nigga. You pull me over. Straight up. Because what? That's the twins? You feel me? I'm out of there. I'm not about to wait. What you talking about? I'm not taking no ticket from y'all. Rip it up. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Straight up.
So
don't try that at home, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. So, you know, I've had my own interactions with law enforcement, and unfortunately, my cousin was unfortunately killed by the San Pablo Police Department. Can you guys take us into the bystander cop, the one who knows somebody else is doing wrong? Have you guys been in that position? Have you been in that position? And what do you do in that position when you know one of your coworkers is too aggressive or doing something wrong or doing something that you know is wrong?
Good question.
That's a good question.
Personally, I've never been in that position. How would I react? I'd probably definitely tell them to back up. Obviously with the climbing down and George Floyd, but it should have happened way before that. You know, it was an unfortunate death, right? So if I see an officer being too aggressive, or doing something that just, you know, just like, bro, he could. I take that back. So I seen it was this dude that I know. I ain't gonna say we was buddies, but I know him from around the way. You know people that you see around.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it was an officer. I guess he had him on the ground and had him cuffed up, the whole nine, you know, pulling him like, yo, get over here, this and that, you know. So I seen that. It wasn't too aggressive, but bro wasn't happy. Like, come on, man, talk to me like you're human, come on. I felt like it was my chance to intervene. I just felt like that. Then he saw me, he was like, yo, twin, you know. So I was like, hey,
get this nigga up, man. Nigga got me in the full Nelson.
So it was one of them. And so I told the officer, you know, hey, I got it from right here. He's like, yeah, man, because he ain't listening. I'm like, you know, he's listening now, you know.
Right.
So I felt that I stepped in for a good reason. And, nothing happened of that. But to answer your question, like, what do I do? I mean, go up to the chain of command, pretty much, and tell your supervisor that this person is doing something out of pocket. Like, that could be my friend, my sister, because San Francisco is small. We all got.
But you tell him as well.
Friends.
You don't just go to the you let him know, then you go to the bosses.
Especially if you don't want to stop and you keep doing that in his actions, like, yep, snitching right here. You know? But I never had to do that, but I definitely would, though, for sure, because, man, that's a bad reflection on the department.
Yeah, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. Yeah.
Right.
Sure. Yeah, so for me, I've never been in that situation, thank God. Unfortunately, hopefully I'll never have to be in that situation. But I would definitely act accordingly and obviously break up whatever it is, you know. And obviously I will let him know or her know, wherever it may be, then obviously go through the chain of command as well. And let them know that, hey, they ain't deemed to be on the street, you know. And then obviously that person may want to file a complaint or, you know, and they're able to do so. You know, and we could go from that point. But fortunately enough, I've never been in that situation. The department right now is a lot younger than it was back in the past. You know,
of course,
there's more younger officers going there, so they understand it a lot more. You can talk to these people. It's not like, you know, these people are stuck in their ways. They are like 40 plus, 50 plus. So this department now is getting more and more new, young faces in the department. So, yeah.
So, being from the community, being black men, you know, growing up and where you guys did, do you guys feel like a greater sense to be ambassadors or to act a certain way since you guys are from the community? Do you guys feel like you guys have to act the opposite of maybe a hothead cop, or like you guys were just talking about how you guys mitigate the situation? You guys feel a greater sense of that because of the climate and because where you guys are from and because you guys are black? Do you guys feel that or not?
Yeah.
Are you the good cop and the bad cop?
Yeah, for sure. You got it, because at the end of the day, there's a connection there within the community, right? Obviously, you're going to be looked at regardless, but like you understand where you grew up and you understand the frustrations that were buried underneath were against law enforcement. So you understand that. So it's incumbent upon me to go to within these communities and act accordingly and act in a professional manner in which if there is a hothead cop, he shouldn't be in the community in which he serves because of his temper. Anything can happen, because black folks is a different type of culture than certain white folks. Certain white folks grew up probably in the North Bay. They don't know what it's 100%. Like to be in confrontations. Because the black folks' confrontation may be a lot different than a white person's confrontation. Way different. For sure. Like when black people yell at each other, that's all it may be.
Yeah, it's they just a normal. They think it's and we just arguing over dominoes. Nigga, that was 15, nigga. Yeah, and it's normal. That was normal.
I feel as though I could come into the community in which I serve and whatnot, and then being from that, I know how to act, and obviously you can educate the others along the way. But I don't feel as though, I never had really a partner or somebody that's been like a super high head or something like that. Right. But at the end of the day, like you got to not be dismissive to your question, but you got the community. They ain't too nice either, though. They be going in. They don't care.
You can be any color, just don't fucking be blue. Yeah.
Right. And they just go in like crazy. So just be mindful.
There was this one incident, man, on the job. I was on Missouri at Patrol Hill.
Zoo block?
I wasn't there, no. It was a call. I guess a guy pulled over. It was like a domestic violence situation between two girls, right?
Okay.
And they was just arguing, right? I don't know what the officer seen, but appeared to me, I think they were just arguing. I don't know what happened. But anyway, he get out of his car. He trying to, regulate. Get out, move your car over to the side. Bro, you don't do that in the hood. Hey, man, you stay in the car, air horn, and get out the way.
For sure.
He got out, that triggered both of them. F you,
exactly.
So they went in. It really was a big nothing. But I think the way this officer probably handled that situation, it kind of blew up in his face, and he wasn't expecting that. Like, bro, this is the hood, bro. You don't just. It's a way you do things. And I think people are learning, though. People are learning, like, all right, bro. The way you treat people in the Bayview, you may not, the way people treat people in the Tenderloin, you can hop out the car, hey, get over here. That's downtown. Crumb bums, pretty much. They don't know. But you go to the Bayview, you try to pull out, nah. You're getting the whole crowd. You're getting everything. Nah, you got to see me, the whole nine. It's just different,
Right.
So you gotta know that. And I think people are learning. I ain't gonna say they know it, but people are definitely learning. Like, man, I can't act like that. I can't just hop out on somebody and try to, hey, put your hand behind me. Like, nah, bro, who are you? Like, who are you? Like, tell me who you are. Why am I, probably downtown when they really ain't there, you could do that. But not in the Bayview. And I think people are learning.
So a lot of it sounds like how a coach, would react to its players. Is there anything, you guys play basketball, right? So is there anything that you guys took from your basketball career and applied it to your professional careers?
Team effort.
Yeah, Ronnie, I'm pulling.
Yep, team effort. I mean, your brothers in blue, your sisters in blue, or just your coworkers, colleagues, if they call for help, man, that's a team effort right there. Especially if it's a fight on the basketball team. Man, you go in there, you don't care if your person wrong, your buddy wrong.
Right.
You ride or die. Usually are. And sometimes we don't know. We just know, we would think like officers are doing stuff in the performance of their duties that is just. That's just our mindset, and hopefully the public mindset. So we respond accordingly. Hey, if he calling for help, we know. Let's say Pooh is a police officer. You call him for help. We know that.
Don't put that on my name.
Yeah, we know you ain't a troublemaker. We know you a down.
Don't put that on my name.
You D12 for today. But we know that you don't start stuff. You're a cool person. You got a loving family, the whole nine.
Thank you. Appreciate
it. You
calling
for help, man. Something is wrong.
Something must be wrong, right?
And I know you ain't the person to start mess. So we gonna go and for backup, pretty much, and that's just like a team effort for basketball or whatever the case, whatever sport. You know, you just go there to help, you know, and help the situation.
Facts. I'm calling y'all directly if something really going on. Ain't no 911. Hey, nigga, I need y'all here. 1 out of 12, nigga, straight up.
Okay, I got a question, a more recent question for SFPD, really the SFPOA in particular. Recently, they were, like as of 2 days ago, the you guys union, the police union of San Francisco, opposed to hang Black Lives Matter posters in stations, citing political agendas and wedging issues as a reason. Do you know why the union would think that? What are your thoughts? And also, did you guys have the opportunity to vote? And what did you vote?
So,
Great question.
that is great. He did
My
his
nigga did
research.
his Google Maps.
Yes, I did.
So-
Wikipedia,
It
nigga.
was no vote. There was no vote on that. The reason I believe they oppose is because police officers aren't supposed to take a stance to any political affiliation while doing the performance of their duty. We can't be like, oh, we support such and such, or we got to be neutral. We can't support, or just like if it's, you know, any presidential candidate or whatever organization that's political, we cannot take no part in that. However, I know if y'all seen on the news that we had like a face shield that had a thin blue line. The public deemed that, oh, that's a political thing that, you know, police officers want to, you know, brutalize, whatever the case may be. Now, it actually goes back like 30 plus years ago why they created it, you know, is a brotherhood, you know. People can have their own, you know, opinions on what it may be, you know. Oh, it's to cover up certain stuff. Shoot, I don't know, I ain't a part of that. You know, I ain't a part of covering that. But we ain't supposed to take part in any political thing. So with the Black Lives Matter, they opposed it because that's a political organization. We can't take part in political organizations. Do we support the cause? I support Black Lives Do Matter, for sure. I ain't gonna say all lives matter because it's not about that right now. It's about Black lives. Black lives are dying. That's, you know, we're
100%.
dying if that's even black on black or blue on black, whatever the case may be. The reality is that we are dying. So yes, it matters, but we just can't partake in that political realm of saying, oh, put this on our.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people stand with the cause. I can't speak for all officers, but I think a lot of people do. You know, so that's just my stand. That's how I take from it.
Yeah.
For real, he just hit every nail on the head with that one. So, yeah.
So you don't have your own personal opinion, brother?
I got my own personal opinion, but I mean, he
But you in agreement with what he's saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
sure,
I feel it. I understand. I'll get it 100%. So y'all were talking about like there's a lot of stuff that go on in the community when I asked you our previous question. So like he's already attested to it, the current climate, like you guys say y'all try to be in the community as much as possible. What ways is it that we can bridge that gap? Because clearly there's a disconnect between the community and the police right now.
For sure.
So what is like a good belief of what or a good way to go about bridging that gap? Because I don't know how. Like me and y'all, we cool. I'm cool with a lot of cops, but more so is the ones that I know personally. Right. Some that I don't know personally that I've met just over time with me being a model citizen, the best of my ability. Like I've gone to have good relationships with them, but as far as like the community and all the uproar to kind of bring things down, how could that disconnect be more connected? What do y'all think we could do for that?
So for me, I would think like attend some of the town hall meetings because we will be there.
Yeah, that's true.
And ask those questions because there's a whole lot of people in the community that likes to, you know, say whatever they have to say about law enforcement, but go into these town halls and vent your frustration or questions that you may have, and they can answer it for you. If we're having community events within the community, don't be afraid to approach an officer because they're human at the end of the day, right? So we got from the public perspective, you got to make yourselves available, right? And vice versa. Officers got to do the same, you know, knock on doors just to see how you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that San Francisco officers don't, because we do. We well beyond the curve. Other agencies nationwide need to catch up to where we at because we do a whole lot within the community and other sorts. But yeah, just to bridge that gap in that way, it's just like, hey, like if you talk to an officer, they're willing to talk. Like I know it kind of sounds like crazy because like you always see them in the car driving, but you can flag one down and ask a question or two. It doesn't matter what it is because at the end of the day they gotta respond, right? You're part of the community, you're part of the public. They're not gonna just deny you and say nope, I don't want to talk because it's unbecoming of an officer if you do that, you know. So I think that's one of the ways for sure. Attend these town hall meetings, ask those hard questions, you know, and you may get a different answer that you probably get a whole complete different answer than what you was probably expecting, for sure.
Yeah.
Through education. You know, I think that's important. You know, following direction is important. How we bridge the gap is just pretty much listening to instruction. I think the gap is really pretty much people resisting or not following orders or stuff like that. I mean, I think the way the society is trying to shifting is like, don't give officers benefit of the doubt. They're in the wrong automatically. Like, they can pull you over. Yep, he pulled me over because I'm black. You know, it's just like, I think that's where the wave is going. You know, it's just like, oh, don't give the officer a benefit of the doubt. And I understand it. Yeah, now, I've seen too much, like he said, perception is reality. I've seen what happened in this case, or this might happen here. So how to bridge the gap? 10 town hall meetings, ask questions, go to the captains of each district state. We got 10 district stations in San Francisco. Talk to them. I say being vocal, you know, don't be antagonistic. Just be, you know, just like any human being, just talk to a person and have that dialogue. You know, how we create, have education in these communities such as like Boys and Girls Club. People need GEDs, stuff like that. Give them the opportunities. You know? So family home structure is important, right? So it can't just fall on the police. Got to start at home, because that's a whole other conversation. But we go to so many calls that, man, you won't even believe how these broken homes are. Just people are living crazy, and this is like, wow.
100%.
And you, as a police officer, I see, oh yeah, this person is about to. This little kid growing up in this environment, his mama really don't care, or his daddy ain't even really there. He's bound. What are the odds? What are the statistics of this kid being incarcerated? Oh, it's definitely high.
For sure.
It starts with the home, man. It starts with the home, because when it starts with the home, if they're being rebellious at home, then it goes into the school, right? And the teacher's gonna have to deal with that. But if the teachers don't want to deal with it, then who they gonna call? They're gonna call us. And that's the last resort. We don't feel like going into school trying to discipline a 10-year-old or 12-year-old, because what I don't like, this is probably a little sidebar, but what I don't like is where families, the mom or the dad, whoever, got a little young one, 5, 6 years old, don't matter, and they may be acting up, and therefore they'll say, police gonna arrest you, hey, over there, and try to use this as a scaring tactic. Like, oh, yeah, they're gonna arrest you. And that's not what we're used to.
That creates the negative.
That creates it right from as a child. Like, oh, you gonna stop, or he gonna arrest you, or he gonna do this, he gonna put you in jail.
Yeah, I heard that.
Like, that's not what I'm used for. Like, yo, yes, that's a part of the job, but that's not what we're trying to do. But they implement it in front of these kids and let these kids be scared. So therefore, if something really do happen to them and they become a victim, they're scared and reluctant to call the police because of what
Kirkwood, my bad. She was like, I'm over trying to give her kid a sticker. Nah, we don't talk to cops. I'm like,
wow.
Yeah, right then.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a black officer. It really don't matter now.
Yeah, it's over with now.
Trying to do well, Nah, we don't talk to cops. Nah. Little baby running towards me like this. Nah, don't try to pick up my kid. Yelling from the distance. I'm like, man, this was a betrayal. I'm like, my goodness. So, how to bridge the gap? Hey, man, it's a tough question, because, yeah, I think I got solutions of how to, but we got to try to act on that. Really. Dialogue is one thing.
Do y'all think that more black police officers would help that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so neither.
I don't think so.
It doesn't matter what color you are.
Really don't. It's a job.
Because I don't have bad situations with black cops. I've had more honestly, I had more bad situations with black cops than I have white, which is crazy. Like it's a blessing, but like even though it's not, it's like shit done. I done had guns put on me from police and shit like that, but I've had more problems where I got pulled over from a black cop and they just automatically like, oh, where you from? Give me a whatchamacallit. You gotta like, and they just do the rundown. You got a gun? You got some drugs that smell like, I ain't smoked a day in my motherfucking life. So yeah, my car don't smell like weed. So like it's just, and this majority of the time is from black cops, which is like weird. So I don't really think just the color of the cop isn't really going to change anything. Me personally, what you think?
Let me ask a question, since we're going on to like how the stereotypes are already embedded from then. I have 2 sons. Shout out Cameron and Chase.
Shout out.
And you know how it's a commonality for black people, black parents to have that talk about how to talk to the police with their kids, especially all of us being black males. What do you guys think about that? And is that something that you guys feel exempt from when you guys, I don't know if you guys have kids, but when you guys have kids, is that a talk that you guys gonna have, or is that something you're exempt from?
That's a good question. For sure, the day I have kids, for sure I have a conversation. You know, as you should. That's what any parent. That's just like, you know, your parent obligations is pretty much educate your child on how to act when an authority figure comes in your life and has pretty much the power to take your life or to take your liberty, take you to jail or whatnot. So what I educate my kids on is just to listen. Like, at the end of the day, your fight is not with that officer, it's with the court. Mm-hmm. Like, people oftentimes you see on TV and all these little tidbits, like, somebody's resisting. If the officer say, yo, license registration, just give it to him. You don't got to have a whole commotion about why you pulled me over, this, that, and the third. Because at the end of the day, it's not with that officer, it's with the courts. And then whatever you want to say, you can say it all in court, how you felt. But sometimes I get it, like, within that moment, you feel mad. You feel like, yo, I need to say what I need to say after cops and whatnot. But just listen. There's a process where you can file a complaint against an officer, right? You can file that complaint, and therefore it'll go through the proper channels, and therefore you'll be heard for sure. Mm-hmm. But right then, within that moment, it's not a good time to have an argument because he's winning. The officer's going to win on the street level. He's going to win regardless. Mm-hmm. You know, so your fight is with the court. It has to be within the court because people try to make a statement right then and there, and it shouldn't be. Like, if the officer say do something, just do it. What's so hard about it? Like, complying. Not saying that, hey, you have a reason to be frustrated or mad. For sure, you may. But right there and there is not necessary right then and there. Mm-hmm. You can vent your frustration later on. Just try to bite your tongue. I know it's kind of hard.
It's hard. And then
it's
there's some cops that be scared too.
You probably got pulled over like 2 hours before, and it was the same thing, right? And then that person may feel, oh, this officer is like bothering me. But at the end of the day, just listen and comply within those 10 minutes or whatever. Like, all right, officer, you want it there. I can file a complaint, or you can see him in court. Mm-hmm. Those are two, and then you can say whatever you want to say. Most likely in San Francisco, nothing's going to happen. The ticket is not going to even be there. It's going to get dropped.
Facts.
Like, that's a fact, but people don't understand that. They think, oh, my God, he's issued me a ticket. Mm-hmm. You got to understand, the officers going to probably be real, at the end of the day, some officers just pull people over just because they want to see, like, they give probable cause to pull a car over just to be a little bit nosy. Okay, see who's driving this car. That's the reality. Like, yo, okay, I seen this car drive around 15 times. Oh, he got a missing headlight. Let's pull him over. Boom. Let's see who's driving the car. And that's it. It may be just that. Just a simple PC. Just probable cause to pull the car over. Boom. Nothing may come of it, but you just gotta comply within those 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or whatever it may be. You know, if you got an issue, bring it up with the courts or file a complaint. Do it the right way. You know?
So what I'm gathering is you guys see yourselves as the messengers, basically. Like, you guys
for sure.
Like,
I think
don't shoot the messenger.
I think education is key, man. I think education is key. Like, it's been multiple times where I've been on scenes where guys may be on probation, right? He has a search condition. Most times when people are on probation, they have a search condition where I can search your car. I don't care who's in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could be on probation and you could be his homie.
Don't put that on my name.
But, you know, and I put him on, all right, I'm going to exercise the search condition, right? Mm-hmm. He's going to have to comply because he's with the courts, you know, this, that, and third, and you just search the car, but I forgot where I was going with this. But
that car getting searched.
I say you guys.
But as a message, but then within that time, yeah, you can educate them. Hey, this is the reason why I'm searching your car. This is why your friend is out the car too, because you're on probation. This is within your clause.
But this ain't his car. Why you searching?
But the fact that he's in control of that car, you know, that's all that matters. Like, I could be in a car driving, right? Boom, and you could be on probation. You could be in the passenger seat.
Man,
you could be in passenger. You don't even have a seatbelt on, but you could be in the passenger seat. I can take everybody out the car.
Guilty by association.
Just because you're on probation and you're within that area. That's all. You know. So you just gotta be conscious.
I say if you listen to the media, you misinformed. If you listen to any news station, whatever, you could be misinformed. If you don't listen to it, you uninformed. Right, so it's like you know, it's really, you know, it's true. So I find ourselves in the
How would we get ourselves informed?
Education, man. You got to read. Look at statistics, right? So I think this whole nation thinks like every cop going around killing up black folks. I think that's the narrative right now. But what's the reality? We all know that ain't true because if that's true, there'd be shootings every single day, and we'd be seeing it on the news every single day. But yeah, how many people getting over Father's Day weekend? 104 people got shot in Chicago. 14 dead. Man. Was that on the news? No. Why is that? That's a question. Why is that? Officers want to know why is that. Yeah, we can shoot somebody. Yeah, we take full responsibility. It's gonna go. Oh, this officer did that. Rightfully, okay. We're here. You got us. What happened to the people up there? You know. you would just think as a person, why is that not publicized? That's alarming. 104 over a weekend? That's alarming.
Yeah.
And you like,
If you rely on the media, you're gonna be.
it's like
the media, man. I didn't realize how bad the media
Yeah,
had until I was in this.
yeah,
type
you
of
gotta
profession.
do it for yourself, really.
You
It's
just
like, wow.
the media, they could do whatever. They could just focus on whatever they want to focus on. Right? They're in control of your speech. They're in control of what you see.
Yeah, like with the protests, they focused on the looters instead of
Exactly.
millions of peaceful
It's,
protests.
it's a lot of people,
Exactly.
but it's like, okay. We know there's a few bad apples in the pro. A lot of
Yeah.
people want to get their voices heard.
Yeah,
And we
there's always
understand
gonna
that.
be that.
And that's not our concern. It's the peaceful protest. That's not our concern. Our concern is the other folks. Because y'all could peacefully protest all they want. You know, that's good. We like that. But when they start breaking in people's businesses and homes and trying to, you know,
Then it's
come
not
up
about George
opportun-
Floyd at that point.
It's not about nothing.
It's not about him
You know?
no more. It's about them. It's about them coming
And I
up.
think about what Dr. King, what they do. They peacefully protest. You know, they kept doing it. You know, and what was the end result? You see police officers going in,
Water hose,
you know,
dogs
water
being
hose,
put on.
and that's the growth of the police department because we don't use horses no more. We don't use water hose as a tactic for riots and stuff like that. So we grown from that, but back in those, we try to use water hose now. Oh my God, we're going back to the 60s or 50s, you know. So we've grown in some growth, but it's another way to do that now. You know, we're just getting better with education and stuff like that, how to treat different situations. You know, so we got to look at it for what it is, and you know, every officer ain't out there to trigger happy, and just even though it's unfortunate for us, but they obviously I'm guilty too. Hey man, you trying to kill me?
100%.
You know?
So,
pull me out
Somebody from Timbuktu do something, it's gonna trickle all the way out here. It really is.
Nah, for
You see
sure.
it happen all the way in Minneapolis.
the
but
first
it's
thing you
out here,
do,
too.
you pull
It's
out
like,
your phone.
man, I came out just to have a good day at work, but I gotta go all the way downtown because they, you know, it's unfortunate, but it comes with the territory.
So I don't want to stay on y'all career too much because I know y'all outside of that. Y'all normal people outside of y'all badge. For y'all, I just want to know y'all bachelors, y'all single or what? I don't want to get y'all incriminated.
Put them out there.
I don't want to incriminate y'all.
Put them out on Front Street.
single
You got a girl
All
or
right,
not?
so y'all single. So what's the when you look at a woman, what's the first thing you notice when you look at her?
It's gonna be her teeth, her hands, and her feet.
Elaborate.
good
I need you to
man.
go
Right
further
there. Shout
because
out
the
to your
listeners,
teeth.
the listeners is gonna they gonna want to know who y'all are. Some people
When
do,
you
but some
look
people
at-
don't.
When you look at a woman, you
Shout
gotta look at the hands, the feet, the teeth, all of that. It gotta be up to par, you know. Because if she wearing flip flops and her feet look like turtles, it's gonna be all bad.
Turtles.
You know. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying, right?
That's different. I never heard of
She
those.
gotta be
You shallow.
She
Huh?
got not even, man. It's just what I like because girls were shallow on me when if I wasn't where I was at, you know.
Say it again.
So
Say it again.
it is, you know. Now I got the spirit of hypergamy. I date up, I date down.
Hey.
Hey, they don't know that you clinically inclined like me. I feel
Yeah,
you.
he got money.
What about what
Nah,
about
but at the
you,
end of the day,
bro?
you just know what you want, man. You want a woman who's sophisticated, you know, who looks after herself, who's about it, ambitious, determined, driven, you know, God fearing in a way. Yeah, for sure. That's what I like.
I like the women who cut. Who hunt on her own. Nah, women know. I mean, what you said was the first thing I look at. Gotta be the smile. Gotta be the swag. And I ain't talking about a female wearing the newest J's. And I need a female, you know, that likes to wear flats or heels. I just, I mean, don't get me wrong. They could definitely wear their tennis shoes, but I like how a woman dress, especially if they wear, you know, a dress or a skirt. Just
They look like they going to work.
come on, talk about it.
Hello.
I like a professional woman. I'm like, damn. You know, I mean, we all seen Power. Look how Angela Valdez dressed. Come on. I mean, it's substance.
That's more cop rhetoric.
You know what?
You talking about a cop in a show about a certain people, and then you bring up the only cop in the show. That's cop shit.
She's a lawyer.
That's cop shit.
She was dressed
Law.
nice.
That's law
She
shit.
was dressed nice.
Okay.
I'm just saying the storyline. They didn't dress like bums.
No, yeah, they was all
If a
good.
woman has some jeans on, some heels, and a nice blazer and a hat,
Yeah.
come on.
What kind of hat? The fedora?
The fedora hat, say less.
Okay.
Just come my way.
All right. So real quick, my boy got a quick rapid fire we do because we got a little contest going on right now.
Oh, here you go.
So
You
I
up
just gotta-
by one, bro. Only one. And I can get the big joy. We got twins.
nah, just go. So he gonna say it. He gonna say it. Y'all just one answer one at a time. But he not gonna do them all. He not gonna boom, boom, boom. So he gonna ask one. Y'all both answer.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go to movie.
Lean on me.
Braveheart.
Go to meal.
Coming to America, all right, for sure. I got it. Come on.
Grits and eggs.
Okay.
Salmon and potatoes.
Man,
These
got
niggas not.
money.
These niggas not twins.
You know what I'm saying? All right, you know.
They
Hey,
not gonna say nothing the same.
favorite athlete.
Favorite.
Deion Sanders.
Prime.
Favorite athlete is don't know.
Don't know.
A nigga that play basketball don't know his favorite athlete.
Athlete though?
Yeah, you
Favorite
can say
athlete?
Mike, Serena.
Oh, definitely
Tiger?
Mike. All right,
Oh,
for
okay.
sure, Mike. But
Oodles and noodles, chicken or beef.
chicken.
Hey, we ain't feeling y'all right now. It's over with.
Yes,
So what's the score now on that?
Yes, they have
I think
three
it-
now. They have three.
I'm up 3 now.
That's it? Come on, bring it.
Anybody that eat beef, eat booty.
Come on, man.
We not
Grow up.
We
bro.
are not
Grow
doing
up.
that.
Okay.
We not.
That's just
doing
my
that.
personal
Serious.
opinion of you. I think that's just what I think. So,
All right. Well,
Terrible
nobody
opinion.
asked you that thought.
Terrible fucking.
Yeah. Go ahead.
so
Go ahead. My boy got to ask you about some lunch questions.
so I want to know whether guys, would you rather gain the world, lose your soul, or gain your soul, lose the world?
The Bible says, what would a profit of man? The whole wide world.
They don't know that. What scripture and what verse is that?
It's in the Bible. It's
It's on there.
I need to know if you're really in it.
Genesis and Revelations. You know?
Uh-huh,
It's
okay.
between that. But what would a profit of man to gain the whole wide world to lose his soul?
Mhm.
But to lose his soul, I don't want to lose my soul.
Mm-hmm.
I'm losing it. I don't care. Straight up. I need all.
He joking. He joking. He joking.
Just playing.
So you in agreement? You in agreement, Ron?
Yeah, man. I don't need to lose my soul to gain the world.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
good.
No, I agree. I'm in agreement with you. I totally understand how you feel.
Yeah, for sure. Big facts.
What happened?
So if you guys could have lunch with anybody, name 2 or we'll go 3. 3 people that you could have lunch with, just
Dead
to
or
pick
alive.
their brain, dead or alive.
You paying for this shit too, man.
Yeah, I guess so. You can, but anybody that you can have lunch with, any influential figures, celebrity, not celebrity, family, whatever, anybody.
Shit, go ahead. Who would I? First, I'd probably say Martin Luther King,
Deep ass brothers.
an actor, Sidney Poitier.
Okay.
Damn.
I ain't heard this.
Deep ass brothers.
Go deeper.
One more.
No.
You gotta add. We gotta add a woman.
I know. I was like, I gotta.
You don't gotta do nothing.
You gotta
It's
add
your
one.
list. I do.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa. Okay.
Rosa.
I like that. That's a good list. What about you,
I go
bro?
with some. I go with Oprah Winfrey.
Ooh,
Over.
I like that one.
I go with LeBron James.
Goat.
Kobe.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
You're gonna at least enjoy The Voice.
Yeah, Morgan. Wow, that's an OG.
Ain't your last name Freeman? That's
Oh,
Damn right. Yeah.
That's your
My favorite movie,
mother,
man. Lean on me. That's the favorite movie right
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
All right, you stranded on the island. You can only take 3 movies, 3 albums. What do they be? And it's only you got to whatchamacallit because we had somebody on last time say, where can I watch these movies? Where can I listen? On there, you got a little. It's a electronic thing that you
Yeah.
can only play 3 movies. You can only play 3 albums of them over.
Yeah.
On the island,
Yeah.
Okay.
you can't watch nothing else. You can't
That's
listen.
it.
to
I
nothing else.
have
3
my
movies,
whole,
3
I
albums.
have my whole gospel collection. Amen.
No. You
No,
gotta have- it's
not
all
a playlist, an
It's
album.
a specific artist and their album. But if you want to do a specific artist and greatest hits, that's cool.
Always gotta be good enough.
If you
for
want to go
greatest
Donnie
hits, too, though.
McClurkin, greatest hits, that's cool. Yolanda Adams,
John P. Key, great.
okay.
Bobby Jones.
So his greatest hits, that's
Okay,
one.
who else?
I need 2 more.
Yeah, you got 3 albums.
3 albums, 3 movies.
I'll give me some J. Cole.
Which one?
The new one.
What is it? Cocaine blow, something like that. I don't know.
Forest Hill.
I like Forest Hill.
Okay, go Forest Hill.
Okay, I like that.
It can bring you through.
I like that.
One more album.
Who I'm gonna go with? No, then I'm gonna go with. I don't know for the third one, man. Y'all help me out.
Come on, man. That's actually twin. Get a
We trying to figure out who you
Right,
are.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't helping you.
I'm
Help
eclectic,
yourself.
So I'm eclectic, so you know. Do some Rick
whatever you
Ross.
feel.
Some Ross, Rose, which one?
Yeah.
Teflon,
Which one?
Mastermind,
Mafia music. type
Teflon
stuff.
Don. Okay, give me your 3 movies too. Your 3 movies.
Coming to America. For
Of
sure.
course, of course.
What is it? What's that movie with Eddie Murphy? When he,
Life.
Nah.
Trading Places?
Trading Places. Boom. That's a good one too. I like that. Lately it's been then I Get Taken, the first one.
Mm.
That's something like
Have a particular set of
Something
skills.
No, I switched that. I take that back. I get the 6 Men.
Okay.
Oh,
Y'all know
okay.
nothing about that?
Yeah, all right. That's a good one.
That's
yeah,
okay.
Marlon.
That's like the 8th best basketball movie ever. Okay. What's your? What's
Hey,
your?
that was Marlon Wayne's solo project, man. I respect that one.
There's a lot of them. I get, what is it, Jay-Z, The Blueprint?
Ooh, okay.
Wait, which one? Which blueprint?
First one, bro.
Okay.
All right.
Get Rich or Die Trying with my man.
Ooh,
Hello.
we had
My
some
pick.
classics
50?
already
Okay.
My
here.
pick.
That explains that New York hat. Okay.
And, I don't know, man. I go with some gospel or some R&B. I don't know.
Which one?
Forgive
I
it.
don't know.
What you got?
Chris Breezy, man, because I know I'm going to find a Breezy on the island.
Okay. Now there's no one there but you and your brother. What's your 3 movies? You said?
3 movies.
What's the 3 movies?
3 movies. Lion King, for sure.
Ooh. Which one, though? The original or the new one?
Not the new one. The old one. You got to have that. Definitely. Home Alone, the first one. And, Lean On Me, man.
Lean on me.
Damn, lean on me. They used to call me Crazy Joe. Now they call me Batman.
Hey, it was some real life lessons in that movie, man.
Nah, it definitely was.
For real.
It
You
definitely
smoke
was.
crack, don't you? Don't you smoke crack?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely one of the best parts.
that's
of
the
that
one.
All right. Would you guys rather be loved or feared? And then after that, I'm gonna add my
I'd rather be
hesitation to it.
loved.
Okay.
I don't want to be feared. Because when there's fear, there's no love.
Elaborate.
Stay with me. I'm going to take you through something.
Go a little deeper for
Because
the
going.
with fear, it blocks you from loving someone. And it blocks you from being in love with the fear. So
Okay.
that means you're reluctant to take a chance and give in and acquiesce, you know? So I'd rather be loved.
Damn, acquiesce.
You like that word?
I seen you.
I'm about to put that in there. I'm about to use that one
I
this
seen
week.
you doing a poem the other day on
Stephen
Instagram.
A.
You was like, you ain't doing it for the people.
Oh, yeah, you like that, right?
It was okay. It was okay. That's why I want to like you can give it to the people if you want.
Nah, they ain't ready for that.
Oh, okay,
They ain't
for
ready
sure.
that.
This ain't the improv.
I gotta be loved. I gotta be loved. I gotta be loved. You know? I gotta be love. I just wanna be loved.
Here we go.
Hey, ask follow
This
questions.
baby face looking ass nigga coming here with this wild shit.
And you say why?
Sing,
And you
Yeah,
say-
tell
and
me
you
why.
say why I want to be loved? Because I don't want to be feared. I don't think I'm just that type of person to be feared, like ruling by fear. You know, you said Training Day. That was some fear. What's the other Denzel movie when he was a big drug dealer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely feared. I don't think that gets you anywhere. You know, but if you love, man, you got people that want to help you and will help you. You know,
Word
so
up.
Pablo Escobar, he was feared. You know, and I went to Medellin. I'm like, man, he had this whole city.
On
But he was
lock.
feared.
It was lit out
was
there.
lit.
He was
lit.
feared
I was out there
though.
for
He was
sure.
he was feared.
Add
man.
monetization into that, and this is what your close knit group of your best friends. So you got 100K, y'all go to Medellin. Would you still want to be loved or feared? Because a person that love you gonna want this money. But if they fear you, they gonna say, you know what? These blue badge handling motherfuckers not gonna want me to touch this. So how do you feel? Is it the same way or is it different?
Hold on, if you had 100K and you was in Medellin with your friends,
No,
You
y'all
live
two.
like a fucking king out there.
Hey,
You-
word
No,
up.
it's 100K.
Wait,
Y'all
one
leave it at
K.
home,
oh, we leave it at home.
and you and Rod, y'all go to Medellin. Y'all leave. Y'all gone. You feel me? Now this money is there. the people that's your friends, they know like they got keys to your crib.
Yeah.
They can go into there with no problems. Yeah. But would you still want to be loved and feared with them?
For sure.
For sure.
They know, man.
Because if they love it, they want to see the best. They want me
conquers
to have the best and see the best.
Yeah.
So therefore, they'll do anything in their power to protect it. The people that fear me, they don't want to hurt me. Because they fear me, they don't want me on this earth.
Okay.
So in order to alleviate the fear, they could probably just kill me or take what I got.
Because you got to look at it like this, man. People who's feared, man, they still get stuff done to them dirty. You know? That's just the way it is. You could be feared. They still go ahead and steal from you. That's why they ended up dying, right? But it's still that chance. They still going to do it. So, yeah, love, man, conquers all. Like you said, it conquers.
Let's get more deeper back into y'all personal careers, y'all. Whoever sing that song, let them keep singing that song for them. Let's get back on into y'all career. But what exactly is the badge supposed to represent? Because we see it on the side of the car, it says to protect and serve, but a lot of people don't do that. So for you guys, what is the badge supposed to represent?
For sure. So with the badge, obviously you get a handful of people, a select few that misfit that uniform and that badge, and obviously, and with their actions, obviously it causes a stain on that badge. But for me, with the badge and when I wear it, you know, it's professionalism, courtesy, you know, pretty much protect and serve. Obviously, that is what it is with the mission statement. But it's much more to that because therefore it's a symbol too, you know, of being much more than what you was when you were younger. You know, you represent something a lot greater than yourself. And obviously, yes, there's people around this in the nation, obviously, that misfit that badge and it tarnishes it in your way. I mean, with my job, because I got to go in every day and every night, I got to fight the perception of what was given the day before because of some officer. So it's just a constant reminder that I always got to walk upright and do it the right way, you know. Because at the end of the day, it's not personal to me. Like whatever somebody got going on and they cussing me out, I don't take it personal. Because at the end of the day, they're not really mad at me. They're mad at what my job represents and they're mad at the uniform.
Yeah.
Because it was a day that it was some guy who was cussing me out, man. The next day, 24 hours later, he was in line and I was in line right behind him. And he looked back or whatever, he said something to me and we was having a conversation, but he didn't even know I was the guy that he was cussing out.
Wow.
That was crazy. I was like, wow, because they didn't see me, they just see the uniform.
That's real talk, man.
And that happens like so much. Like people just go in, they just forget the person what the officer look like. Like I'm pretty sure you probably forgot so many people you got pulled over by. It's just crazy because
like I said, you could be anything, black, white, green,
it doesn't even
not
matter.
blue.
Exactly,
Don't fucking be blue.
Let's just keep it real. If you see a green motherfucker walking down the street, like what do you gonna be
I
like?
want to take it literal.
You gonna be like, this nigga really green? Like,
fucking up the vibe.
nah, my bad. All right, what you?
Stop fucking up.
What about you?
I say every action we take, every interaction with a citizen, every moment we're visible is a commercial for our profession. Come on, somebody, stay with me.
Right.
It's a commercial for our profession.
Yeah.
For real, though. But
Yeah,
nah,
that's
that's what the badge is supposed to represent. You know, we got people out there that do things that dishonor the badge, but for me and for everybody else, the badge is supposed to represent integrity, you know, self-discipline, self-restraint, some morals, some values, and, you know, just an all-around good individual that's neutral in the performance of their duties. They ain't taking sides just because they know somebody. It's just enforcing the law the way it is. Now, you got spirit of the law and letter of the law. Spirit of the law just pretty much some discretion. Like, all right, for sure, I'm going to just advise you on this thing to make sure you don't do that again, all right, because this can happen or whatever. Letter of the law is just like you straight to the book. Like, boom, I'm about to give you this ticket because you did this U-turn and whatever. Come on, man, I was just rushing to get to my job interview. So what? It's the letter of the law. You did it wrong. Like, you can have some discretion in that. If somebody's trying to get to their job interview, you know, so for me, that's what the badge represent, you know, some integrity.
Okay.
But with the body-worn cameras, it's less discretion, more letter of the law, because therefore now you're being watched.
held accountable.
Yeah,
Right.
so they're like, oh, you let him off, you gave him, but usually you could probably have done that 10 years ago, like, yeah, I'll let him slide or whatever.
Yeah.
But you can't, because now you've been recorded, they've been recorded.
It's liability now.
Yeah.
You got to do it, everything straight on the butt.
So can y'all tell me, is this a life career? And if so, what's next?
So what's next for me? Obviously, I want to, get as much dough as I can from the city, in County San Francisco. And obviously, I want to have multiple properties and start my nonprofit, and educate, teach,
with the youth and whatnot. So I think I'm on that path. But yeah, that's what I want. Obviously, have a family for sure. But I don't see myself doing 30. Even though I probably can, but like at the end of the day, this job is a wear and tear, man, on your psyche, everything. Like this, what you see and what you hear every day, you just be like, man, it's not for the faint of heart, man. This job is not for the faint of heart. Like the average person can't do the job because who's willing to go to a call where a baby head is severed or something like that? You willing to do that, or go to a collision where it's just crazy? And you be like, yo, what? But you got the uniform on. You can't walk away because now the public is looking at you. They got the cameras out like, oh. And you see an officer walk away, then you got. So I can do it for sure, but like I don't know if I want to do it for like 30, you know. But then obviously I want to start my own nonprofit, stuff like that, and get into some real estate as well for sure. But yeah, it's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
What about you, brother?
Doing, you said 30 years sound hell long. But nah, I mean, I'm for sure. I hear the pension is good or great. You know, I hear the pension is great. But would I want to do this for another 20 plus years? Probably not. That's just me. But I'm gonna do it, you know, as long as the money keep coming in. You know. Nah, it ain't even about the money. You know. But that's just what it is. But yeah.
Okay.
I was talking about how you motherfuckers arrested me not too long ago. No,
right.
So one of our last questions we usually ask guests are, what is your whys?
In life, in general, or
in
just
general, in life,
and professional career.
My why is to I could correlate within the professional career too, but my why is for sure not to be like where I was when I was younger and living like that. Like I don't want to ever live like how I used to live. So the struggle is obviously the motivation to be more. So that's my why. That's the reason why I wake up and go hard at whatever I do.
Are you saying mindset or financially?
Everything, mindset, everything. Because I don't never like who wants to live like how they used to live when they was younger.
Right.
Unless you was like born with a silver spoon. But other than that, the why is to always be better than you was yesterday. You know, and I always like you can always improve, always take criticism, and always looking forward to learn something new. That's my why. I want to learn something new. I wake up every morning, you know, with a chip on my shoulder to learn something new, to be better than I was the day before. That's my why. Because at the end of the day, I'm not better than nobody in this room. I'm one mistake away, just like anybody else. And I don't carry myself that way. But I just want to be successful. That's my why. I want to be different. That's all. No excuses, just results. That's my why, man. You know, you got to get up, man. I mean, everybody's future in here is bright, you know. You just got to, it's tough. You know, we got 400 years late, you know, but we at the table, you know, just trying to pick up the plate and eat. But my why is, man, be consistent, be disciplined in your actions. I don't care if that's with your health, that's with financial goals or whatever relationship goals. Be disciplined in your actions, be consistent, be a person of integrity. My why is just to keep out and doing that and prove myself, you know, every single day of why I'm here and why I'm where I'm at. Because when you start to elevate, people won't be asking why. Right? You can tell them your why. This was my God. I was disciplined in here. I never cheated out nobody doing this. You know, if you want to promote, I studied for the exam and I did what was necessary to get to where I'm at. So your why should always just be greater, like he said. Just be consistent and disciplined, because I think that's the hardest part to elevate. You know, just to be really consistent. And I know y'all said Osa coming on here, but he's consistent in his discipline and his eating and working out. Consistency pays off. You know, so I think that's my why. Just be disciplined in my actions and be consistent.
100%, man. These some deep individuals, man.
Absolutely.
Man, like I said already, man, y'all great friends of mine, bro. I appreciate y'all both, bro.
Absolutely.
All right, shout on me, shout on three.
I appreciate y'all, bro, for coming on, man. I appreciate y'all time, bro, because y'all literally didn't have to come. I know y'all busy individuals, especially with the line of work that y'all in, man. Like I said already, bro, like, thank y'all for real, bro, for coming through.
Absolutely.
Trademark, thank y'all again for allowing us to use this. But yeah, great show today, bro.
Hey, man,
great show today, my brother.
Word up.
Good shit. You can catch this all on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all platforms streaming podcasts.
Everything.
We up out of here.
We about it!
Hey, right?
My misdemeanor record. That's right. But don't judge me.